Master of Poisons, Chapter 1. Dolja. We're more likely to deny the truth than admit the error and change our minds, even in the face of overwhelming evidence and imminent destruction. We refuse to believe that in any gods but our own, who can bear the ground or dissolve their feet, and the stars fall from the sky, so we twist every story to preserve our faith. Jolja thought to steer the Arkashan Empire away from this terrible yet mundane fate. He was 43, handsome and fearless, arrogant, even as the master of poisions in the Arkashan Empire, only the second emperor Izzy. When his son departed and appeared to the barbarian south and free Northland, he didn't warn Izzy. For 20 years he crept through the river valleys and swallowed forests. Jolja pleaded with the council and begged good Empire citizens to change their ways. As long as sweet water fell from the sky every afternoon and mist rolled in the night wind, everybody promised to change tomorrow or next week. Then the crops failed and the rivers turned to dust. Good citizens now feared change would make no difference, and in fact impossible. Who could fight the wind? This morning, despite being fearless and arrogant, Dolja retreated into a cave overlooking the salty sea, as her half-brother Near claimed his war horse, a gift from Dolja Samina. Dolja's pirate wife had urged him to ride out with Chief Nur to discuss his map for the future. Since they refused to share secret plans with her, sand swirled beyond the cliffs, a storm brewing, blunting the sunrise. Nora wore pale cloud-silk robes over a lean, muscled body, flimsy protection of whom the storm was fierce, poisoned, closed for ceremony and celebration, not travel. Mist got tangled in Nora's crown of gray hair and drizzled down craggy cheeks. He gestured in the rising sun with an eagle claw as the official exchange, not a brotherly farewell. Your map to tomorrow won't persuade Azil's counsel. Nero shouted over the wind. You haven't even read it, Jolja groaned. You must always imagine the worst. You should too. I do. My map is the escape route. Jolja stepped deeper into the shelter of the cave. Bats clung to the ceiling, clucking and chirping like drummers calling protective spirits. Nur stroked his dappled horse, who shelled away from a mound of bat dung. Council's weak men who can't talk to rivers, read a poem in the dirt, or catch a rhythm roots to their bones. Nur had been singing the same song for days. Council has me for that. Dolja forced a smile. I seek an ancient conjurer that would guide us. You're a tame savage to them. One who can't tell that the sword is. Come and tell it smacks you in the face. Council won't accept ancient conjurer from you. Nar mounted his horse, and it nodded from cathedral trees clutching the south edge of cliffs. Ancestors still smile on you here. Frothy red crowns herald the new growth. Midnight berry bushes spilled purple blossoms over the edge. Poison storms spare his cove and canyons of beyond. Dolja pointed at the small skipping for a new inland desert. Nora grounded a buster, not poison. It won't last. The horse glared at Dolja and strained against the reins, eager to trot off. No one has tamed me, Dolce declared. Azizi is a coward. Nova never liked the Emperor, never understood how Dolce could be friend to their old enemies to preserve the Empire. Azizi and Council will sacrifice Nizi and all the other northern tribes. They'll sacrifice their own citizens just like in the holy city. Jodel spat. High Priest Zerzan believes their children for gate conjure in the holy city. Azizi does nothing like this. You're fool to trust any of these men. The horse snorted in agreement. Dolja stared at a plump, dark shadow swaying above them. He wanted to shout, but why disturb? Bats drumming themselves to sleep, of course. I don't trust them. When they were young, you wanted them to charm elephants and jackals, pull fire from the air, and even ride behemoths and sink pirate ships. Yor's voice cracked. To protect our villages, like he was Rolls of old. No shame in that, unless if you're a buffoon who betrays his own people, a clown and a traitor. How do you think that of me? Dolce hugged himself. Their mother had died when he was 9. He'd never met his father grown up. He grew up on the run till his half brother Nurar found him. No people told him, just Nurar. I chose a different path, rather by him guided by the same spirit as you. Nurar scratched his head from his chin and from a blade meant for Dolja. An old wound, it wouldn't itch. He would always defend his older half brother against other chiefs. Even when Dolja joined the Empire's warriors, you're no traitor, nor gazed out. They call his private's code now. Water sparkled, red rocks, roses drank in the midst of the chanted hummingbirds. Green and purple wings blurred out the birds. Zipped beaks into eager blossoms near our side. Luana and Zanzanini roamed here once free. A few rogues flaunt the haw, but no one steals our children or locks up with the Emperor's blessing. Peace for 20 years. Dolce had seen that. Your eyes are full of yesterdays. I look for our tomorrow. Let's conjure. Wish. Who can trust tricksters and dream thinkers? Nero closed his eyes and laid the eagle against his cheek. My empire crops wither, blow your way. Azizi's promises are dust. Dolja wanted to press Nero on his heart, taste the morning together, and remember their mother and wild adventures from their youth and not argue. I don't need to trust them, I'll persuade them. My map has something for everyone. Nora's cloud-silk robe snapped in a gust of sand. He spread his arms wide. He raked the air with the eagle's claw. I know the weather. Do you? We are the weather, your word's brother. Olja's voice reverberated in the cave. Started bats chirped a warning before felt more, and then heard as they flew into the darkness from the intruders. We can't live as easy and counsel to map tomorrow alone. No, as Nor shuddered. Dolja squeezed his hand. What chance do we have if I don't risk everything? Nora donned a turban and wrapped fine mesh across his mouth. Storm protection for the bit of the bustler. He made crossroads a sign of a claw over Dolja's heart, a blessing, then trod off. Dolja watched until a sand demon scurved a man and horse. The orange world has more debris than bluster. Dolja felt achy and jangly, as if he could have taken better care of his words. The wind might have turned fierce, snatched older brother from his horse, and smashed him on the rocks, fat as Dolce cursed an orange sky, and then he should have head home, but he wasn't ready for another stance or sweeter poison or another fight with his private wife. He just wanted to kiss Sam's purple tainted lips, hold the deep curve of her waist, and taste the rain tree scent on her skin one last time before heading to council. Samina could fortify him as the battles ahead if she just had a mind to, and sand settled and the storm sputtered out. Joel squinted at shadows. Nur had already vanished into the trees. A good storm didn't sense me and older brother was right about everything.